Hello everyone and welcome to the Spottiest stream. Nice to see you all here tonight. We've got one more series. We've got a very late midnight series coming up, a best of 5 here for the Lockline Championship Series Challengers series. We haven't seen a Challenger Series match in a little while, but hey, we've got one, and of course, our good old friends at Slinky's Club are back again. They always avail. They're always, on the stream for Challengers matches. As for them though, their season after we left them for a little bit, it is well, let's just say it's not gone well. It's kind of imploded. The last time we saw Silly Geese Club was during the regular season, and it was, I believe, when they lost to Evolve Exodia. It was when they lost to Evolve Exodia. After that, then lost to New Age Octanes, which we did also catch that. Then also lost to Lindenwood University Gold the week after, setting them down to only the 3rd seed in their grouping, which is not that bad. They're still up for the playoffs. But if we take a look at that playoff bracket, well, let's just say it has not been good for them. Their first matchup was against Swordfish Esports Sea Beasts, and they got absolutely decimated by the team. They swept them. The Sea Beasts destroyed Silly Geese Club in that matchup. Sorry, no, they beat Soft Bacos to beat them, and then they beat the Sea Beasts, and they got destroyed by the Sea Beasts. Sea Beasts, the favorites in that one, would win, so the only actual favorite to actually win in that matchup, in that second round. As yeah, that means they are sent to the lower bracket to play Tucson RLC, who had to play against Light Gaming, a team they lost to in Game 7. The Geese Club, I can tell you who their roster actually is. I do know who it is tonight. It is actually a very strange roster, because if we take a look at these lineups, you'll notice again, these are the rosters here. So the Geese Club, it is Delve, Monkey Pop-Tart, and Qvid Novi, or Q. The strange grouping for these players. Again, it's a strange grouping. There are 2 subs having to play tonight. Reminder that whoever loses this matchup is out of the playoffs, so both these teams, you get into the playoffs, you're feeling good, you're getting into that postseason, and then it kind of hits you, and now you're in the lower brackets, and in a best of 5, whoever loses is out of their season. You've got to wait until next season to play. You don't want to be in that situation. And his info is sent to these teams. See how well they do here, because again, it's a best of 5. Determine who will stay alive in this bracket. Poll is live, by the way, so you can vote who you think will win. The Geese Club are the favorites, but again, their season has been less than admirable. Tucson RLC was 4th seed in their grouping, with a record of 5-4. And off their regular season, with Game 5 win over FFV Benevolence, a team that is just barely not made it to the playoffs. So, yeah, about these teams, got a lot to prove here. Stay alive again. This is a playoff bracket after all. Again, we can see who's in the upper bracket. It's Light Gaming, Need to Swim, New Age Octane, Swordfish, Sea Beasts. Lower bracket is everybody else having to fight for a very minimal number of spots. This is the only best of 5 in this bracket. It's again the lower bracket, round 1. Of 5 series to determine who will move on to that lower round 2 to the best of 7s, play against the winner of Astral Heat and Victor Knights. Again, what a surprise to see so many upsets in that kind of second round. So many really good teams in this lower bracket. That's kind of just how the nature of how this league works. If you cannot win in the playoffs, you're not gonna last long. That's for sure. A double elimination system. You lose twice, you're out. No team wants to see that happen. For Silly Geese Club, how good their season was. Again, them getting so many wins at the start of the season. This has been an absolute tragedy of end of the season for them. As Tucson RLC, and Blue Ninja, Dew, and Kotala are playing as Blue Ninja. You might actually, if you recognize that name, you're not the only one to recognize Blue Ninja 11103. Because Blue Ninja, Dew, Kotala, and Sweet, all 4 of the players. Sorry, not all 4 of them. Blue Ninja, Dew and Kotala, the starting roster, were on top Blue Cheese last season, and they played Silly Geese Club in the winners round of 16 for the Contenders series. Which I believe Silly Geese Club won 4-2 or 4-1. Remember, Silly Geese Club did win that, so they have a rematch from last season. Obviously, just a new team name in Tucson RLC. As again, what a match this could be. Best of 5 to stay alive in this bracket. Again, insane to me to think that both these teams are in the lower bracket already, but again, that is the nature of this league. You lose, and, well, the league is not going to be nice to you about that, as, again, Tucson RLC, it's Geese Club. But, again, this will be an interesting matchup, to say the very least. Again, we are just waiting on one more team to join. As soon as everything's in the lobby, we can start this, actually. We might even start this a little early for them. And it is a late match. And the stream is known for having those kind of matches on, those midnight matches. As, oh, that's my little headset. Again, just to wait. Hopefully all of you in chat are doing well, though. Again, we're going to get into the series very soon here. Again, Geese Club, it's going to be Q, Delve, and Funky Pop-Tart. Funky Pop-Tart was on Eternity Gaming. We saw him play. We haven't seen him play since, I think, for this team. So now he's in. Q, we have never seen Q Noe play. And Delve obviously is usually one of the starting players for this team, anyways. So we are just about ready to hit our match start time. And yeah, Geese Club should be joining any moment by now for this series. Again, best of 5. Winner moves on. Loser is out of the Challengers series. Get to the playoffs. Gotta show up. None of these teams have really done that well. Now, I have to go against each other. Geese Club are the favorites. Again, if you guys want to vote for the favorites, that is Geese Club. They did just lose in the upper bracket, but realistically, teams that lose in the upper bracket actually have a very strong, very bad success rate. And we will be getting things sorted out in just a moment. As again, we have actually surpassed our match start time here. We'll wait on Geese Club to join, but again, they do have members as they're just saying they might be late by like a minute or two. Just got a message from Delve on that, so that actually does clarify. Again, we have no problem. I don't have a problem with that. We can wait a little bit. This is actually the only match of this part of the stream, so love to start it early because it is a late match. I don't, late matches I generally like to have them on time because they're late. But we can wait on this a little bit. We can get into a best of 5. Happy that's not a best of 7. That'd make this even longer. Which is definitely saying something. Again, we are just taking some time here. There they are. There's Q, Funky Pop-Tart, and Delve. We'll say good luck. Good luck to these teams. Your season, your playoffs, everything you fought for depends on it. Geese Club on the blue, Tucson RLC on the orange. A best of 5 series to determine who stays, who goes, and what's gonna happen afterwards. The playoffs for both these teams have gone about as badly as you can imagine they have been. And now they need to fight for their spot. Geese Club, again, started off their season so well. They started off, I think, like 4 or 5 weeks undefeated. Ever since then, they've ended their season 6-3. For Tucson RLC, it's been much more of a bumpy ride. They 5-4 record, a lot of game 5s at the end of their season. Both won and lost. So now they have to fight up. It's a rematch of last season as well for the Contender Series. These teams played in the winners round of 16. The Geese Club, again, I think they won that match 4-1 or 4-2. Obviously, this is best of 5, so it's a little different. But still, that pressure is on here for both these sides. But for Geese Club, without having their starters playing, it can mean a lot of difficult situations as Funky Pop-Tart was too slow. Blue Ninja with the first goal for Tucson RLC. Already you can see just this slower rotation coming from this Geese Club side. Again, these guys are not so used to each other. This is, again, their third, their fourth, their fifth starting player is not their usual set. Actually, sorry, their second, their fourth, their fifth. No, it's considered, I think they're second. At least he's listed second on the sheet. And so the Geese Club, again, I'm going to have to get used to that kind of a roster very soon as double commit in front. Kotala has control, gets past Monkey Pop-Tart. Q is actually backflipped. That's going towards net. It will be delved to clear, but he will get demoed for his efforts. So the Geese Club, again, are just going to have to get used to each other here. The end of the season for the side has been an absolute breakdown, an absolute meltdown. It's really just been everything that could have gone wrong here for the Geese Club has. Again, it's multiple weeks of losing. They're able to win in round 1 of their bracket, but a sweep to Swordfish Sea Beasts immediately punched away all the momentum they gathered. Now against Tucson RLC, the real question is going to be, do they have any confidence left here in Silly Geese Club? The series is going to test it. Going to test it quite heavily. Blue Ninja doesn't have it. Q back to Delve. Ju will not challenge initially. Now he'll go for it. And he's going to try to take it away. Delve's still shooting. Katala's got the block. Tucson RLC is really waiting for a lot of these plays from Silly Geese Club. They aren't playing all that aggressive. They aren't challenging all that cohesively. There's definitely a team that for Silly Geese Club is very beatable for them. But you can also tell that Silly Geese Club themselves, again, as a roster of non-starters, it's just going to be tougher for them than it would be for most matches. They got to get used to each other. There's a lot of hesitations on who's going and when they're going. The rotation really hasn't been fully formed yet. I haven't scored yet either, but you can tell that a goal should be coming any time here for Silly Geese Club, as I've been able to get offense, but that's a pitch in the midfield. Monkey Pop-Tart is first to it. Gets past Katala. Blue Ninja now, dunks by Funky Pop-Tart. Off the corner, in the midfield. Here comes Delve, that one, not on target. Was on target, saved by Blue Ninja. It will be directed a little off target. Great defense from Tucson RLC, but this amount of defense they have to play just to, keep this ball out is a lot. This is a lot of defense for one team. Tucson RLC having to sit back very far just to get that ball out of their net. Delve, flip reset. Gets past it in the midfield. Katala's got that block. Tucson continues to keep the defense strong, but you do start to worry for them at this amount of defense. Will they get their chances? Here they have one goal, but you have to think that if they get scored on, it's going to be tough for them to come back. But it's left open! Ju's going to score! Well, I mean, I guess they don't really need to make chances if chances are made all by themselves. Nobody was covering that for Silly Geese Club. And that is a second goal for Tucson RLC. Minute 47 left. And Tucson, well, they're holding quite the lead here against Silly Geese Club. And Silly Geese Club, I mean, for all the pressure they have, you can tell Tucson is just waiting for the moment to strike. It is a play style that doesn't work against most teams, but at this level in the playoffs where both these teams are very nervous, especially Silly Geese Club, who have had a very not so good part of the start of their season, end of their season. That kind of play style can definitely catch them on mistakes that maybe wouldn't be capitalized on if Tucson were to play more aggressively, or Silly Geese Club to sit further back. Here comes Katala with the pinch. Blue Ninja want to get the dunk, but he will get the demo instead. Ju will keep it out now. Second touch. Ju still on it. 50 with Delve. Blue Ninja has been demoed by Q. Katala. Tucson holding the ball here. Katala. No one following him. Look at how far back Tucson is. Both players on their own back half. Just waiting for the ball to pinch across. They had no faith in their teammates. Or maybe more rather, they just don't need to score. And that's probably why they're sitting so back. They're not shooting all that much anymore. They're not trying to score. Instead, they're just trying to waste time. Knowing that so long as they can keep the ball away from Silly Geese Club, they can take game one. There's Katala. That one shot on. Q Vidnovi has not gotten it. Blue Ninja already going. Tucson keeping the ball. One more goal could secure it, but they don't really need one more goal. There's less than 20 seconds left, and Silly Geese Club have just gone into the offensive half. They still don't have the ball, though. Maybe something they'll have to fight for. It's Q. It's 3-1, but it's Ju who will go down the field. A look to secure it. Maybe a 0-second goal, but Delve will block. It will hit the ground. Tucson RLC have shut out Silly Geese Club here in the first game of the series. A strong performance. Katala specifically stepped up. No goals from Katala, but 4 saves and assists. You really saw Katala really kind of round up that back end. It's rare that a player in that kind of a playstyle is the MVP, or at least it's a listed MVP, but Katala is, and that's just because they were able to use that to push upfield. get themselves into offensive places that their teammates could capitalize on. And Tucson will be very grateful for that. Sure, they had to play a lot of defense, but it was worth it. They were able to capitalize on some errors, some small errors from Silly Geese Club, make them a lot bigger than what they really were, and exploit them. One game down. They only need 2 more to go. Again, reminder: the only best of 5 in this bracket here in the losers bracket, round 1. Almost at the lower bracket. It's called the losers bracket. And Tucson, again, are the ones that are in the more favorable position. As again, we'll move to game 2. And a reminder: I think it's actually Dew. Yeah, Dew is currently resetting his computer. He's having some issues. We'll get him back in. He's having a quick tech issue. This is actually technically going to ice Tucson, though, meaning that momentum they had from game 1 isn't going to really be brought into game 2. Not that it really matters. They could probably build their own momentum. They are they're one game closer to continuing into round 2. So the Geese Club, you can tell by the end of the game they started kind of get used to each other a little more, but even so, you can tell there's a very clear reason that these guys aren't the starters. It's just they don't know each other. They don't play with each other as much. Again, that usual starting roster is Arm, Aha, Delve. Again, with 2 subs coming in to replace Arm and Aha, that's going to make things very difficult. Again, the whole season's on the line for these guys, and for Cuvid Novi and Funky Pop-Tart, these guys don't play that often for this roster. So they're immediately going to be thrown into a situation where they have to win. I mean, you can understand just how stressful that may be for them. Especially with how, good this team has been during the regular season. Again, we're still waiting here. On having some tech issues again. We're gonna give them up to like 5 minutes to get everybody in. But again, they should be back any moment. It is again a quick tech issue from Dew, or rather a computer reset. Obviously, not nearly as quick, but whatever issues he's having, he should be fixing it. As yep, there he is. Dew's back. We'll be getting ourselves back into the series momentarily. As, oh no, we have another player who's not in the lobby. There we go, now they're all in. Funky Pop-Tart, I think, left to do some warm-ups. Well, he's back. We can get ourselves into game 2 here in this series. Sorry about that pause, we're back. Tucson is able to fix any issues they had. Or hopefully at least they fix it to the best of their abilities. Continuing into this best of 5 series. Again, with a good start in game 1, shutting out Silly Geese Club. Now I just need to try to add more to that. The series isn't over until it's over. Tucson. And what really hurts about this series is especially the fact that it is a best of 5. You cannot lose like many games, or else you're already in a bad situation again already. Tucson, after having won game 1, if they win game 2, they'll have 3 chances to take the series and to progress. And a best of 7 if you win game 2. Still a lot of time left for Silly Geese Club to come back. So quickly a series can change in a best of 5 compared to a best of 7. And this is the only best of 5 in this bracket. Being here in the losers round 1. Is this one bouncing? Delve. Catch up to it. Tucson is keeping themselves very grounded, just waiting for their chances. I think they're just waiting for the ball. They're not over-aggressing. In fact, I actually think they're playing a little too defensive as a roster. I don't think they're playing aggressive enough against Silly Geese Club. But obviously it will work for them here, because that's open, a miss! Blue Ninja! That's off the bar, it won't even go in. He's got the bump though, Dew. Still hasn't challenged, now he will, but it's too late. Tucson will not get meaningful offense from this. Instead, they're gonna have to continue to look for chances. Kotala off the back wall. Delve has it, dunked by Dew. Funky Pop-Tart trying to get the clear. Kotala. Delve, jumping with it. Blue Ninja off the back wall. Funky Pop-Tart doesn't have it. Q does. But it will go in the midfield. Kotala, anywhere to shoot. He's hit the post. Almost in for Tucson. They're still looking for goal 1. Well, their playstyle, I think, is a bit more restrained than it has to be. They're getting their chances. They really don't have a reason to change it. Silly Geese Club have not been able to counter them. It's Cuban Novi to Delve. That's gone wide. Here comes Funky Pop-Tart. That's also gone up wide. And a team bump between two defenders of Silly Geese Club. And here comes Tucson in the midfield from Dew. Delve with a block. Blue Ninja will have to leave it there because he can't get it in Kotala. They'll keep it away. Tucson keeping a very steady rotation. A lot of U-shapes on their defensive half where they go from one end of the field to the other, intentionally try to escape this Silly Geese Club pressure. Now Funky Pop-Tart, ooh. So Delve was jumping as well. The pressure. Still here for Silly Geese Club, still looking for goal 1 of the series. As Tucson off the back wall. Funky Pop-Tart sends it away. Kotala up high, maybe looking for a second touch for Q with the pinch clear off of Kotala. Talk about creativity on defense. You don't see that a lot. Finding any way to get that ball out, it's especially unexpected because at this level, solo plays, passes, these teams have seen that before. You have to do something truly creative to get that ball through that midfield and to really get offense immediately from it. A pinch off of an opponent is definitely one way to do that. As here comes Funky Pop-Tart. Kotala again, just a brick wall on defense. He's got the dunk there. Now trying to get through Q. He's forced him to give the ball up to Tucson RLC. Tucson can use this to get some chances. They had early shots in this game, but they haven't been able to score at all. Still searching. Both these teams have played over 3.5 minutes of Rocket League without a single goal. It's kept close. Both these teams really aren't playing all that aggressively and aren't really taking all that many chances. For Tucson, you can tell this is kind of the normal playstyle for Silly Geese Club. Obviously, it's because they have subs, and they are not used to this. As Dew, quick shot, that's off the corner, it's still in front. Oh no! I think that's an own goal to end it. But that shot from Dew could not have been placed much better. As that one perfectly top right, it just bounced along the goal line. And I mean, you can't blame Silly Geese Club. They're in a situation where they have to hit the ball. If they don't, it's someone Tucson's going to score. But unfortunately, they're in a position where those touches are going to go backwards, go the wrong way. It's Tucson with goal 1. Now 60 seconds left. Immediately being thrusted into the lead here is Tucson. As Blue Ninja. Dribble. Q with the challenge, but here comes Dew. Back wall. Second touch. Dew. Oh, he almost put it in. Kotala now. That won't go in. And Tucson get to play defensively, or at least I thought they would. Q made a mistake. He panicked a bit on that clear. He went a bit early. Tucson RLC will keep the ball. 30 seconds now, half a minute for Silly Geese Club to tie the game up. They haven't even scored. Again, they haven't even scored yet in this series, and they're being forced to have to tie things up at this point with 1 goal. But again, it is only 1 goal. It can happen at any time. Funky Pop-Tart won't have it. 2 demos. Funky Pop-Tart. Delve with the flick. Is that on? It is in! Off the crossbar. Inside the final 10 seconds. And those demos from Funky Pop-Tarts cleared the way for Delve. Silly Geese Club with their first goal of the series. It took almost 10 full minutes of gameplay, but finally they put one in. And it couldn't have come at much better of a time here in Game 2. In the closing seconds, they tie things up with a goal. Here comes Tucson. Miss! Oh, that's a mistake! Kotala's taken the lead again with 4 seconds now. Silly Geese Club just got a goal. And now Delve, who did score, will now concede. That's a miss he doesn't usually make. Tucson RLC with a 2-1 lead, looking to take Game 2 here with that. Silly Geese Club, can they score again? They will not even get the chance, or maybe they will. Funky Pop-Tarts got it. Midfield, Q, not on target. Dew will hit it to the ground. Tucson RLC now only 1 game away from sweeping Silly Geese Club out of the playoffs. As we'll go to Game 3. Silly Geese Club now, to stay alive in their season, needs to reverse sweep Tucson RLC. And that it doesn't happen often in best of 5s, but it has happened on the stream a decent amount. It's just uncommon, especially with how sluggish Silly Geese Club look and how, disconnected they look. I mean, you can't blame them. Again, with a roster of 3 people who have really never played together with each other before in this season. Tell why they are struggling against a team that, usually they would have no issues against with their starting roster. Tucson RLC trying to keep their playoffs alive here. Again, this is losers round 1. They lost early. Now they're trying to keep themselves going. They don't want to be a team to go 0-2 in the bracket. Blue Ninja will get them started with just an absolutely incredible 1v3 play. I mean, he just found a way to get through everyone. That's all he was looking for. He's looking for the goal, looking for the chances. Tucson with their quickest goal in a game yet. As now, Blue Ninja in front of the nets. No goal there, but gonna keep on asking questions. If Tucson continues to ask questions like this, they'll find more goals, they'll find more chances. They'll get the plays to work for them. As now though, a series ahead of them. There's still goals that could be scored. There's still plays they gotta make. They gotta keep Silly Geese Club out of it. That's a good pass across. Kotala, that's open. Kotala will score. For being quite the defensive player, Kotala was in a great position to receive this pass. Again, Kotala has been the player that I've really looked at and said that they've been playing well. It hasn't really been the offense for Kotala that's been what I've been noticing, but they get it there. And Tucson, RLC, lead 2-0. Kotala with the flick. Delve. Keeping it up high. A double challenge here from 2 Tucson players, but, I mean, they've still kept the ball in offense. They can recover from that double commit. Won't get offense from it, but again, they can at least challenge. And I mean, for Tucson, look at how quickly they transition. Once one challenge goes their way, they can really make it work for them. As Q miss in front, Funky Pop-Tart will hit it out to the corner. The look from Kotala. Uvid Novi to Funky Pop-Tart. For the Geese Club, they cannot lose hope. This series isn't over. But Tucson is definitely trying to make it seem that way with just how aggressive their challenges are at this point. And just how smart they are when they know they need to go back. See the back wall. Delve won't have it. Qvid, no, he will. Blue Ninja misses it entirely. Kotala. Oh, he got bumped into it. He's in his own backfield. Blue Ninja's got to get back. Funky Pop-Tart. What does he have in store? The fake. Delve wanted it, but Do already read the play. And he's got the block. Now a shot. Gets past Q. Bump in front on Funky Pop-Tart, but also, Geese Club continue to struggle just to get the ball upfield. They are staying in it. It's probably better said than what it could have happened in this game had they maybe given up entirely. Let's do. Funky Pop-Tart trying to get the challenge over him. Now off the ceiling, looking for the pass in front. Kotala's already cleared it. And for Tucson, really you could think that maybe just one more goal from this team will be enough to silence the Geese Club once and for all. So for Silly Geese Club, a goal at this point seems almost necessary for them. You want to give yourself as much time to come back, especially for a team with offense as minimal as they have. A goal, getting the goal as early as possible will give them so much extra time to tie the game up, to really let that momentum breathe within them. And yet they have not even gotten through the midfield. Their challengers are just too slow. Tucson are reading them a little too easily. Silly Geese Club will have to continue their search somehow. As do. Delve. Now one touch in front. Blue Ninja's already got to it. Uvid. Novi to the Funky Pop-Tart shooter. And that is open! And Funky Pop-Tart will take that one. I mean, it's simple from Qvid Novi. Behind Funky Pop-Tart, no one was in it. I think Kotala disconnected. And so it gives the Geese Club an open net to shoot at. We'll say thank you very much. They'll take it. And again, in a series where their playoff lives are on the line. They'll need all the goals they can get for Tucson RLC. Now it's about just waiting until your teammate rejoins. We have to continue playing at this point. Again, Kotala, disconnect. That's probably their strongest defensive player this series. They've got to be able to play well without them, at least for the time being. So Geese Club, I'm going to try to take the most of this situation. As Blue Ninja, past one, now 50 on Q. Funky Pop-Tart to the side wall. Look for the dribble. Again, Silly Geese Club in a deficit coming into this final minute. It's Tucson again just Gonna try to take control of that one. That's a great move. Cupid Novi will tie it at 2. Again, you can't play 2v3 forever without, starting to get worried, without chances for the other team. And Cupid Novi, with one great challenge, will find that breakthrough, find the opening. Silly Geese Club are going to try to pull this series back. Again, surprising to me to see Kotala having not rejoined yet. It must be a major disconnect issue for them to be out for this amount of the game. As do. Blocked by Qvid. Blue Ninja. Q is still there. Delve is awkward. Funky Pop-Tart in the same position. Don't like that positioning if you're a Silly Geese Club fan. Getting everybody in the same place. Now do. Shot. Stayed by Delve. They really don't want to give up a goal to a team that only has 2 players. As Tucson, again, having to play 2v3. After that disconnect from Kotala. Time. Going to dwindle down to the final seconds due. Yeah, pass across already. A triple commit from Silly Geese Club just to keep it out. Delve. Gonna put one on target. Blue Ninja already there. Gets the pinch around 1. The 50 to the back corner. Q. Pass in the midfield. 1 second. 0 seconds. It hits the ground. Silly Geese Club, they thought they had it. That was going to go in. And yet, the Rocket League gods didn't want that. We're going to overtime here in Game 3, but for Tucson, again, they really need their shooter to come back, because I don't know how long they're going to hold this. With only 2 players in the backfield. Blue Ninja. I get the clear. Funky Pop-Tart. Straight to Do. Delve has already challenged for it. Do's got some space. Gets the 50 past 1. And Kotala has rejoined in the middle of overtime. Tucson back to full strength, and almost scoring right there is Blue Ninja. In front of the net, Qvid saved away. As the next goal of Tucson, if Tucson scores next, Silly Geese Club, their season is over. They know what's at stake. They know it's a best of 5. They know that their season will be done if they get scored on. Tucson knows that their season can continue if they score. And so, here we go, Silly Geese Club again. Season on the line. Here in the Challenger Series, one of the scariest teams starting off this season now. Just trying to fight to keep themselves past losers round 1. As Tucson giving them a run for their money. Kotala. Challenge past Q. Tucson still doesn't feel like they're fully able to recover. With Kotala back in. As Blue Ninja leaves it. Kotala in the midfield. Funky Pop-Tarts missed it. Panic here. In front of the net. Do. Q's missed it. And we'll go back. Blue Ninja takes his time. Will hit upfield. Gets past Delve with that one. Now potential shot. It's too weak to really be all that threatening. It was wide of the net anyways. As Do. In the midfield. Q doesn't have it. Blue Ninja. Oh, I could have ended it there. He put it on target. Tucson nearly had it. Now here's another chance. Kotala. Double commit from Silly Geese Club just to get that ball away. You can tell they're starting to reach. They're starting to really struggle here on defense. They almost gave up an open net there. It's Q. Funky Pop-Tart following in front. Kotala. Both these teams just feels like they're playing the waiting game at this point. Who's going to miss? Who's going to create the opportunity? Maybe it'll be Silly Geese Club here. Kotala with that block. Reminder, Tucson scores. The series is over. They're moving to round 2. This one, a bounce off that back wall. Kotala launches it down the field. Funky Pop-Tart will collect it. Again, Kotala is there. Funky Pop-Tart to Q. Fake. Do still got it. Although he didn't look comfortable, watching that one. He's not looking for the breezy flick. My goodness. You're in overtime. You could end the series. He goes for a breezy flick to do it. Those flicks can add a lot of power, though, so it's not the most unlikely of scenarios in that situation. There's a dunk from Q. Kotala, has he gotten back in front? Q had to react quickly. He couldn't put it on target. And Tucson now, it's their time to show what their rotation is made of, or not made of. As Delve, back wall, Funky Pop-Tart, he'll leave it, but Delve can't get the double tap. So overtime is now surpassing 3 whole minutes. And still, nobody wants it. And for Tucson, really, you feel like they didn't have that disconnect in the final seconds, they'd be winning at this point. Just now they will! Kotala puts it in, finishes off Silly Geese Club. Tucson RLC will stay alive in the Challengers Series playoffs, where that shot from Kotala was disconnected in the final seconds, which led Silly Geese Club to the tie game, to the overtime, but it's also going to be Kotala who will end the series in a 3-0 sweep. Tucson RLC will end the run of Silly Geese Club short. What they wanted, it's what they were asking for. They'll be happy with it. Again, a 3-0 sweep. What a statement in this lower bracket to say, hey, we are not like these guys. We are better than this. Tucson RLC. Again, moving on to that second round of the playoffs. If we take a look again at that playoff bracket, I know we look at it a lot, but again, their next match will be against Astral Heat or Invicta Knights. Hey, we're gonna get an interview with these guys. I can't believe they actually agreed to it, but they're gonna get an interview with them. Again, a 3-0 sweep. You know, talk about a statement match up there. Really just take down Sliggy's club, and they did it very calmly. It didn't look like they were struggling in any way, which again is a sign that they are a team that knows their strengths. Again, we'll get them in here for a quick interview to end off the night. Again, I know it was a quick matchup, but it is just how it goes sometimes. We'll take a look at our schedule one last time. Evolve Sakura 3-1 Slav Superior. Team Ignition 4-3 to Arctic Zeta to stay alive in their upper bracket. Again, Evolve Sakura beat Slav Superior to stay alive in their bracket. Silly Geese Club losing to Tucson in a sweep. Tucson keeping their season alive with that win. As here we go, joining me is that roster. Blue Ninja and Kotala are joining me. Dew is also here. Dew just told me he actually doesn't have a mic, so hello, Dew. How's hopefully you're doing well again. What a win, Blue Ninja though, leading this team. You guys actually played against these guys last season, when you're on Top Blue Cheese, right? That's what it was called, Top Blue Cheese. And you guys, oh, I muted you. 1 sec. There we go. Now people can hear you. Again, you played them last season on Top Blue Cheese. Lost that series. What was it? 4-1? I think it was 4-1 or 4-2. You lost to them. But hey, this season you sweep Silly Geese Club in that lower bracket to keep your season alive. How are you feeling with that win?
Feeling good. Going into playoffs, had a rough start, but looking to bring it back now.
Again, there's a lot of people who kind of doubted you guys coming into the system. I mean, you guys only ended off your season with a 5-4 record. Not a great record, to say the very least. A record that you guys aren't happy with, but I mean, again, yeah, and then you lost that first round to Lag Gaming, a team on the other side of the bracket, who also had a 5-4 record. A lot of people kind of counted you guys out and said, well, Silly Geese Club, even though they haven't been playing that well, they've had that dominant start to the season. Kotala, though, I mean, what do you do with kind of all of this, all of this pressure? There's a lot of people who didn't expect you guys to come in and show up like this. Is there, what do you guys kind of do with that pressure on you guys?
I guess just keep playing. The season kind of went off to a bad start. We had a lot of unfortunate circumstances that kind of just led, especially with the doubleheader at the start, and I was away from my normal setup. But I mean, outside of that, adapt, overcome, and then we moved on to 5-4. So I guess the pressure is just, I mean, we don't really feel it. We're just playing. We're out here playing.
It's fair. Again, yeah, you guys did lose your first 2 matches in this season. Before you started getting wins again. You guys are, you guys sweep Silly Geese Club. It was definitely one where it kind of got close. Kazal, you want to talk to me about that game 3? You disconnected. I'm sure you join back in and you go, oh my goodness, my team's in overtime and they could be losing here. So, I mean, what did you kind of do once you kind of connected back in? What was kind of your thoughts, and how did you kind of control yourself? Because you ultimately did get the series winner.
Figure it out, I guess. I kind of just was like, all right. Kind of saw what my teammates were doing, told me what they were at, and got lucky that they were on the offensive when I spawned in. So then I had a a free 100 boost pad and was allowed to start playing the game.
Again, you do it here as again your next matchup. Blue Ninja is against either Astral Heat or Invicta Knights. Astral Heat are another really top tier team that struggled here in Invicta Knights on the other side of the bracket, a team that you've never faced before. So, I mean, neither of those matchups sound all that fun to be very honest. Again, when you guys played Astral, because you did play Astral at some point this season. When did you play them? Did you play them late? You might have played them. What in the
It was
world?
our first game.
That was your first game? Oh,
Mhm.
that was the sweep. That was a sweep loss. Again, do you want? Again, Blue Ninja. Do you want to talk to me kind of about the fact that you might have to play another team that was at the top of your group in the next round, a team that somehow got knocked down here.
I think we're feeling good about it. Just gotta show up and play how we normally play. I think the start of the season we're just getting back into it, getting the chemistry all together. Yeah, we've been making a good run so far, keeping it going. We're hoping to continue it on.
Of course, and of course, obviously, again, shout out to you as well, Dew. I know you don't have a mic, so you can't chat here, but again, shout out to you. I know you can hear me here. So again, congratulations on your win, you three. But before you go, of course, we'll just do some quick shout outs. We'll make this quick because it is late and I'd like to go to sleep. I know it's not late for you guys. It's not even 10. You guys are crazy. You guys are on the West Coast, so it's easier for you. But for me, it's past midnight, so I want to go to sleep. But before we do that, let's get some shoutouts here. We'll start with Kotala. We'll end with Blue Ninja. Kotala, do you have any shoutouts for anyone out there that kind of helped support you guys along the way?
My team, because they didn't lose a 2v3, so, and that's hard to do, especially in these type of levels. So shout out to my teammates.
Of course, and now we'll go to Blue Ninja. Is there anything you want to say? Again, you finally get your revenge. It took a whole season, but hey, you did it, and you did it very confidently. Is there anything that you want to say here?
Yeah, shout out to the team. We played well. Shout out to our sub who was keeping us laughing in between games, keeping the spirits high.
Well, again, congratulations here on your 3-0 sweep over Silly Geese Club. Good luck next week. Hopefully I'll get to see more of you guys soon.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Thank
That was Blue Ninja Do Kotala there with that little interview to end off the night again. A 3-0 sweep for them over Silly Geese Club. That is it again. Thank you all so much for joining. It was a quick stream, a 3-0 sweep. But again, thank you all so much for sticking up this late. That's it from me, Sporty FC. Don't worry, there'll be more action technically today, but I'm going to say tomorrow anyways. I'll see you guys again very soon on the Sporty stream.